Hello, hello, my friends. Maggie here. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday. It's early afternoon for me, and it's a beautiful day here in Houston. Hot, but the sun is shining, and hopefully we won't get a downpour today like we did yesterday. But at any rate, as you can see, we're going to be doing some more work in the nursing journal today. I want to make the writing board and also make some large journaling cards. If we have time, I've got a stack of stuff over here that we can back some of them so they're a little sturdier, and put them in some of the pockets to get this journal finished up. I do want to add some lace to this journal, and there still is the matter of the topper, which I will probably do off camera, and then I'll bring it back and show it to you. So I would like to draw to today my next journal that I'm going to do. I don't know, I suppose I could put the little tags in one of these little origami pockets that I made, but we'll take care of that at the end. So I'm going to do that in the journal today and see how far we get. The rest I will probably finish off camera. This is pretty near completion as far as pockets and everything that needs to be, all the pieces of ephemera that need to be made for it. My dog is carrying on a little bit. He got groomed today, so I don't know if you have dogs, if you know how they are after they get bathed and everything. So I'm going to set this aside. And the first thing we're going to do is our writing board. I've been trying to make, when I first started doing the writing boards, I said, well, I'm just going to make them up as I need them. But I decided that as I make a journal, I'm just going to make the writing board for it. They're so easy to make. And I think this will go in this back pocket. If not, I can clip it to a page back here. But I think it'll fit in here. Yes, it'll fit. And I want to put something on this page to kind of cover where the ink got onto it, but okay, we'll take care of that. All right, so I need to cut this down. This measures almost 5 1/4 by 7 1/2. So this is a good size for a writing board. And so we just need to cover it. Now I can do this two ways. I want to use this particular piece of paper right here. This was a page for the journal that I decided not to use, but I am going to use it for the writing board. And I can do it two ways. I can just wrap it in this like this and trim it down. It doesn't need to be trimmed a whole lot, actually. Just the top and the bottom is too tall a little bit. So I can cut that down. I think that's how I'll do it. It's actually the quickest. Now this chipboard, this didn't come from my regular cat food box. I'm not sure where I got this. Actually, it's a little bit heavier, so I'm not going to double it. Usually when I use that cardboard that's in between the cat food cans in the box, I double that up, but this I'm not going to double it, and I don't know where I got it. I do want to point out that if you're afraid to use chipboard because you just have a regular paper trimmer like this one or others like it, you can trim your chipboard on here. I've cut very, very thick chipboard with this cutter, and I usually take my blade out. I keep an older blade in a drawer here right beside me with a CB on it for a chipboard, and I put it in, and believe me, it cuts really, really well. So you don't need to buy an expensive trimmer to cut chipboard, or you don't have to be afraid to cut it. Just save one of your old blades. You know, when you change your blade, mark it somehow that this is to be used for chipboard and stick it, like I put it in my cart next to me in one of the drawers. And so I know where to look for it when I need it. So I just wanted to point that out. This is the only trimmer I have. Well, I have this little trimmer that I use on my desk a lot, and I have my small guillotine. But that works really well. All right, so this is, like I said, it's 7.5. So I just need to trim this paper down to 7.5. And I think I will do that by taking some off the top and some off the bottom. So this paper, I think this should be 8.5. 8.5 it is. So I'm going to start by cutting it down to 8. Oh, maybe 8.5. I don't want to cut off the stethoscope. Yeah, maybe 8 will work. I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer than it needs to be, just a touch. Just is lined up. Maggie, put your glasses on. I hope everybody is doing well today. Oh, before I go any farther, I do have some shout outs. I have a new subscriber, Sarah's Journey 25. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your kind comment and for subscribing. I really appreciate that support so very much. And also Gardenelli, she's becoming like a friend. She's so sweet and she makes the sweetest comments. And Linda is from Australia. I'm so sorry, just a moment. So sorry about that. I probably should have left him downstairs. I thought he might be tired after being groomed and would just eat and take a nap, but he seems to be a little bit rambunctious. So I want this about just a tad over 7.5. Well, Maggie, for heaven's sakes. Okay. And then this is... I did not cut straight, or else the paper is not straight. One of the two things were happening here. That looks pretty straight there. Oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe my eyes are a little wonky. Okay, and I'm gonna fold this in half. Let me set this kind of out of the way for just a minute while I fold this. Trying to get it. Well, I knew this wasn't right. See, it's all off. All right, we can fix that up. Okay, so I want this to be 5.5. And I think it is just at 5.5. So let me fix this edge up a wee bit. My granddaughter's going to be dedicated tomorrow, and my daughter bought her the most beautiful little dress. So cute. It's gonna just look like a little baby doll. I'm gonna trim this off down here. It'll make life easier in the end. Excuse the reach. All right. Where's my blade? I'll get it in a minute. Okay. So now all I want to do is just make sure this fits. And what I will do is put, I'm going to glue this on there, and then I'm just going to wrap washi tape around it. And this is my 32-pound paper, so I know that I can use wet glue on it without any problem whatsoever. You could use, oh, it's time to change these nozzles again. It seems like this is an every video occurrence. But it's not that big of a problem. I am doing very well today, if anybody is wondering. I'm going to, I'm not sure if this video will go up on Sunday or Monday. I haven't thought, I mean, I have been thinking about it, but I don't know yet. I want to make a couple of videos ahead, and one day we'll have 2 videos. Hopefully they'll be short videos, fairly short. I did find a new piece of ephemera that I've been working on, and I will, of course, link who I saw make this originally. And that I like. I want to show it to you. I'm not trying to teach it to you or anything. I just want to show it to you if you like it. It's very, very easy to make. You can follow my instructions. I try to give you some instructions without, like I said, I'm not a tutorial channel. Maybe one day I'll be, but I'm not right now. I'm still in the learning process. And I don't mind saying that. Okay. So one thing I didn't get out is my washi tape. And I'm not going to go dig for it right now. I'm just going to glue some washi tape. Yes, I am going to add some glue to it. I did mean to say that, but I'm going to put washi tape across the top and across the sides and the bottom. I don't want to do any embellishment to it because the surface needs to be flat and firm without any lumps or bumps, so that it can be put behind any journal page and journaled on without having to worry about what's behind it, like this right here. So, I mean, even this dictionary page could be journaled on if somebody has a pen they want to write across it. I believe I would do that. So that's the writing board, and like I said, I will finish it up off camera. I'm just going to put washi tape around it. Okay, now I do want to make some, I think I've got, oh, I messed up. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I was going to make the writing board out of this. In actual fact, I totally forgot. Well, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to make some journal cards out of these 3 images, and I want to cut them down to about 4 by 6 or 4 by 5 maybe, because these are already 5.5. So I just need to trim some off of both sides to get it down to 5.5. Oh, I need my blade. Gotta pick it up. There, I retrieved it from the floor. That's the only thing I don't like about this trimmer. The blade, if you leave it in the down, you know, at the end, it always comes popping out. Sometimes I can't find them and I have to put a new blade. Okay. I want to go a little bit in because I do want to even this out. I think it's about time for me to put a new blade in here. I want these to be about 6 inches tall. Well, they could go a little bit bigger. I guess they could go about 7 inches. I think I'll take most of it off of the bottom. What does that leave me? Okay, that's 7.5. Do I want to take more off? No, I think that'll go in the pockets. Now I think I'm going to take a little bit more off. 5.5. 5. I think I'll make it about 4 3/4. Okay, so we'll back that one. And then I'm going to do the same with these two gals. Leaves me 4.5. So maybe, yeah, 6, 6.5, 7. Let's see if that's too odd looking. Okay. So I hope your weekend, well, you know, like I said, it's Saturday for me, and so this one's not going to be as wide. It's Saturday for me. I don't know if you watch my videos as they go up, then it may be Monday for you when you watch this, or whenever you watch it. But I hope you have a lovely weekend, that you're either crafting or spending time with your family or whatever it is you love to do on a weekend. For a lot of people, the weekend is a time off from work. Okay, so here's 3 nice big drilling cards. And maybe I could make one out of this too, since I didn't make a writing board out of it like I intended. I totally forgot. I pulled this stuff out last night and kind of got it between last night and this morning, but I was so tired last night because we were up early to so my daughter could get to her the appointment she needed to go to. So I suppose I could maybe make, no, I'd be cutting off. No, I don't think these would be good as journal cards. All right, so let's back these. I've got these print-offs that I'm not going to use. They were extras. So I'm just going to, normally I would not, and they're already, you know, I already printed some tea dye on the back, so it's perfect for journaling. So I need to place these on here so they're not right on the edge, because it has that dreaded border. So I'm going to make them kind of close together. I think if I put this like right here, I ended up with that, that'll go good. This one I can line up with the bottom down here. Alright, so we're just going to glue these on here. We use my glue stick for this. Those give me 3 nice big journaling cards that can be used for journaling. I am going to open up my Etsy shop soon. My grandson sent me over some photos that he's taken of some of my journals. And I think as soon as he gets, I gotta look and see, I think he did 3 journals. But I think as soon as he gets a couple more done, then I'm gonna go ahead and, I already kind of started it. You know, made the preparations for it, but that was a while back. And I'm hoping that it'll work out okay. I've heard some bad comments about Etsy. Of course, I've just been a purchaser. I haven't been a, you know, a seller. So I don't know. Oh, this had writing on the back. Oh. I'm hoping that it won't be a nightmare. I don't know if I will open a Ko-Fi shop, because it seems like the creators mostly use those for their digitals and to do freebies and so forth. I'm not going to be doing that, I don't think, because I don't do digitals. I wouldn't even know really where, well, I kind of have an idea where to start, but not enough so to make me want to tackle that. No, I'm happy just making the journals and doing ephemera and just crafting. Okay. So let this dry for a minute. And we'll put this one on here. I love this Scotch glue stick. And the purple one I didn't have the purple one before, but when I reordered, I made sure that I ordered the purple. I like the size of it and everything. Although I could do with some smaller ones to have for smaller things. I'm going to line this up right down here. if you enjoy this video. It seems like these videos don't get as much views as some others that I made. Not, you know, I'm going to make them anyway, and you know, those who enjoy watching them, you know, I'll be happy about that because I enjoy making them. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe I shouldn't have so many sessions working on a journal. Maybe shorten that up a bit. So I want people to enjoy my videos as much as is possible. And if you do enjoy this video or any of my videos and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and leave a little comment if you're so inclined. And when I say that, if you're so inclined, what I mean is, you know, some people just are not into doing that, and that's okay. I understand that. But just even a thumbs up is an indication that you watched my video and liked it, even though I don't know, have a clue who you might be out there in YouTube land. It's a mystery. And if I ever get, I shouldn't say if I ever get, I should say when I get to 500 subscribers, which may take a while, I am going to plan a nice giveaway. To celebrate that. But I'm not even going to hazard a guess how long that will take. And use this piece of cardstock for something else. I most certainly can. Try not to throw away my cardstock if it's an overprint or a misprint. I still am pondering over my topper for this. I just can't. I can show you what I did the last time with the last nursing journal. This was the first nursing journal that I made, and this will go in my Etsy shop. But I don't know. I don't want to do anything just like this again, but I just cannot make up my mind. If any of you have any suggestions, please. Oh, and I need a new tie for this because this is not working. It's all tangled up in these charms. Yeah, it's all tangled up, and I'm not liking it so much, but I'm just going to hold it together with it for now. It has a tassel, which I don't know that I'm crazy about that either. I think that was one of the first tassels I made. Seems like they've kind of, I don't see a lot of creators making tassels, putting tassels on their journals anymore, so maybe it's something that's just not that desirable anymore. I don't know. So anyway, this was number 1 nursing journal. All right, so I've got 3 journaling cards here. These need to dry, but I'm going to see if I can round the corners on them and ink around them, and we'll see if we can find homes for them. So if anyone, that's the other thing, if anybody has any suggestions about these start to finish journal builds, oh, this is a small one, I want the big one. I would really appreciate the input, because they can get pretty drawn out, with me not working on them, with me working on them off camera. And then, I don't like doing it. I don't mind an hour video, but an hour and a half is an awful long time to expect anybody to watch, and I know most people don't, so. These need to dry a little bit. They're kind of curling on me. I'm knocking everything over. Uh-oh, something fell. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Scared the little bejeebies out of my little Pomeranian. She's very protective of her little self. If she thinks something's gonna fall or has fallen and it's anywhere near her, she's like out of there. She said, no. But when she's in the kitchen and there's cooking going on, she does tend to get in, she can get under people's feet. And I don't want her to get hurt. She's such a sweet little dog. But she's an old lady. My dogs, the 3 little dogs that I have, are all very well housebroken. They, except for Canelo, he's a male dog, and he's got an alpha personality, but he is not the alpha dog. It's not his place. So he's a marker, but in my room, he generally doesn't do that. But as far as everything else goes, they're pad trained, and they love to go outdoors as well, so it's nice. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so here we go. Rather than put them in the journal right off, I'm going to let them flatten out a little bit. I'm just going to put them under here. I don't think I'll forget them. I hope I don't forget them. I don't think I will. I'm just going to leave a little bit poking out to remind me. So I've got this pile of things here. We've only been here for 27 minutes, so that's good. Here's my writing board. Need some washi tape. So I've got some things here that need to be trimmed and possibly put into these pockets. I want to put something in my little origami pocket. Something to be trimmed up. So I'm just going to trim some of these things down. This can be a little journaling card. I know you can't see it, but I can really barely make out. I see two nurses. I think this may be like the room that they stayed in or something. It's a very tiny little picture. I'm going to put that in here. And what else do I have? I had some other things. They probably have gotten all mixed in. Apparently during World War I, and just from looking at a lot of these pictures and pieces of ephemera, there was quite a call for nurses that went out. They needed nurses terribly. Because I keep seeing all these different little pieces that are saying please join, and we need nursing students, and it must have been a very difficult time with the war and all, and the Depression. A lifetime education free for high school graduates who qualify U.S. Cadet Nurse Corps. So I'm going to put this in this little pouch too. I love these little pouches. I think they just are so cute. This is nothing. And this really has nothing to do with nursing. It's just a poor sick person with all kinds of bottles of medicines, and poor guy. I may use this someplace else. My husband was a veteran, and there was a time, they don't do this anymore, but they did about 15 years ago or so, where when veterans went to the VA and they got their meds filled, and after seeing the doctor and everything, they would literally come out with bags full of medication. It was just ridiculous. Now, of course, that's regulated much better, and just like if you go to your own pharmacy to get a prescription filled, you know, you're only going to get so many, and you can't refill it until that's pretty much gone. Or, you know, till you've used up what was the amount that was ordered for you. But veterans were just at, you know, I'd say like 15, maybe it's a little bit longer than that, maybe 20 years ago. We would go to the VA hospital in Detroit, and oh my gosh. Not only other veterans, but my husband, because he had a lot of things wrong, would just come out with so many medications, it was ridiculous. If I don't use these little pieces anywhere else, I'll put them in here in this little pouch. But that got that started. Oops, fold on down there. Okay. So this pocket could probably take I'm not going to ink around all of these. And I know I need to come back through and put some toppers on these tags. This is pretty full, this little tuck spot. Although I could put a picture behind it. I think this is rather a nice photograph. My father was a lot older than my mother. And I lost my mother when she was only 64. My girls were very young. My youngest daughter was 3, and she just vaguely remembers her. She was only 64. But she had heart problems that couldn't be fixed. But my father, because he was so much older than her, of course, he passed away much earlier. And he fought in World War I. I think my brother has some beautiful framed photos of him. And I'm glad that my brother Bill has them. He's my baby brother. This right here. I'm going to use my trimmer for this one. I don't trust myself. I think it'll end up making more work than it's worth. So I'm going to trim this down here. Oops. I think this needs a new blade. I don't really think I've had it that long for that to be the occurrence. I have found sometimes, though, that starting on some things, especially if it's just a little bit you're cutting off, it tends to want to catch the paper and just kind of drag through it, and then that's a mess. So I've learned to kind of start maybe either in the middle or an inch or 2 in from the end to avoid that. But sometimes I forget and I get, where'd it go? I get this kind of an effect here where it's just kind of messes everything up. I love these photographs of these women in their uniforms. These are military, of course. Let's see, where can we put you? Ladies, where would you like to live in this journal? I could probably put you right in here. I'm not sure. I do believe this is a photograph, but down here on the bottom right-hand corner it says patriotic. And I'm not sure what this date is. I know it's not 1957. Well, I think I am going to ink it on this one. Boy, I'm making a mess here. I'm going to put on these corners first. Fortunately, I've printed most of these on cardstock, so they don't need to be backed. And I don't mind that they're white on the back. I'm not trying to I mean, I could ink it up and make it look more vintagey, but I'm not going to do that. There, look like you fit right here, little lady. Thank you for your service. She can look right over the top of that. Okay, now I do want to put something on this. I don't want to forget. I think I'll put one of these. Maybe I'll just cut this little photo out of here. I'm sorry I'm not talking too much today. I'm really trying to make the best use of my time and not keep you too terribly long. And I have a feeling it's been almost an hour because I'm not sure. Again, I did not check my time before when I turned my camera off for my dog barking. So I think it's probably pretty close to time to me getting off of here. My battery will die after about an hour and 5 minutes or so. I don't know why it has such a short battery life. I just can't figure that out. I mean, an hour is not very long. But that isn't why I don't like to make my videos go over an hour. That's not the battery, because I have more batteries charging as backups. I just don't want to think I can expect people to stay and watch that long all the time. Maybe once in a while, but I know I do. I like long videos, but I usually have to watch them at particular. Oh, what happened to the little paper clip I had there? I'll find it. All right, so I think I'm going to, this says 42 minutes. Like I said, I'm not sure how long I was on before this went off. I can finish stuffing these pockets off camera. And let me just, hopefully I've got time to do this. We did the nurse journal. Hopefully I have time to do this real quick, because I kind of do want to know what my next journal is going to be. I put them in this baggie last time, and I have no idea what's on here, any of these. I can't see what they are. Yes, they're not really folded pieces of paper. No, I've got a couple of, I got a trimmer in here. Take that out. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. What are we gonna pick? I don't know. This may be the last time I do this, because I think I like just picking what I want to work on. Pink. Do I want to do a pink journal? Well, that's what I picked, so that's what I'll do. All right, let me set this aside. I mean, I wanted to do a pink journal sometime, but do I want to do it now? I'll have to think on that. We did the nurse journal. All right. So let me get our verse for the day. This is one of my favorite verses. And again, please leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't. It would mean so much to me. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118:24. There's a, I'm sure a lot of you probably know, there's a chorus from this Bible verse that we sing at church from time to time. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118:24. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.